Have you ever heard the saying, "No children left behind"? If so, what does this mean to you? In America today, nearly 700,000 children are being neglected and abused daily. This number speaks volumes to me. As citizens of America, we are clearly doing something wrong. Child abuse rates are rising daily by the number. That is why I chose this topic to speak of. This topic hits close to home for me. I still remember the day like it was yesterday. I was working at Slatona Beach West, which is the public pool in the small town I grew up in. I remember a child walking in, about 6 years old, all by himself. He rode his bike all the way across town to come to the pool. I remember thinking it was strange that his parents let him ride all the way across town to come to the pool at the age of 6 years old. I didn't think much of it, I just thought it was strange, and I went on with my day. Later on, when I saw him in the pool, I saw a bunch of random dots and scars all over his body. I thought it was strange, but it passed me again. Later that night, I decided I better tell someone what I saw. The next day, I decided to tell my boss about what I had saw. She decided that she was going to talk to the school board about it because she does work for the school. Later did I find out that he was beaten and neglected by his own parents. I will never forget the day, and I'm so glad that I said something about it. That is why today I'm going to tell you the story of a little boy named David who had struggled with neglect his whole life by his very own mother. He now has a book he wrote about the many challenges he faced growing up. David was born on December 29th, 1960, in the small town of Daly City, California. He was raised by his mother and his father, who was a fireman. He also had 3 other siblings who were treated far better than him. David's childhood was much better than his later years in life. David was beaten by his own mother. His father never did anything about his beatings. He did know his father didn't agree with them, but his dad was too scared to stand up to the mom because she was very mean. David's siblings were given ice cream, treats, treated just like a normal kid, and for some reason, they decided to take everything out on David. Anything the siblings did, David was blamed for it. He was starved, beaten, he was forced to eat cat food. If he ever even threw up, he was forced to eat it. He was also forced to stay in the cupboards overnight instead of a bed. David many times thought of running away, and he finally did. He went to a pizza place and told the owner what had happened. The owner called the cops, and he ran away. He was so scared of what had happened, his mother threatened him his whole life if what she would do to him if he told on her. With all of David's struggles, he did find a way out. David's mom eventually was caught and is in jail for child abuse. David now has 12 books he wrote about his life growing up. He is on the New York Times bestseller list for several years, and he has sold over 1.6 million copies. David wrote these books to tell people, and he wants them to learn his own story and that this is not okay and you can beat this. In conclusion, child abuse rates are skyrocketing by the day. We as people of America need to stop putting this and help our children out. It is not okay that over 700,000 children are being neglected and abused daily. I myself want to do something about this, and I will be speaking on this topic because it means so much to me. Together we can end child abuse rates and bring it to a lower standards.